You can see 2 videos so far in what I'm calling the Stunfisk series here on the channel right now. This makes 3. It's a look at how Stunfisk shakes things up when going up against the Team Go Rocket leaders, and I'd say the battles versus Cliff and Arlo were much more simple, obviously, where Stunfisk just kinda wipes the whole team in certain circumstances. For Sierra here, we're gonna take a look at a level 30 account first, then see my account at level 40 after that. The Team Go Rocket leaders all scale up in difficulty based on what your trainer level is, so please keep that in mind. We're staying mostly below Ultra League levels in this video, I think with the exception of 1, but also below Great League in a lot of cases. So with Sierra and Stunfisk, in both matches we will start off with just maybe a hit or 2 for quick energy generation, but immediately switching after that to another Pokemon. There are 2 main things to say about this, I guess. 1, Galarian Stunfisk will be the one to go up against Lapras in almost every scenario, if you gotta pick between the 2, but both Unova Stunfisk and Galarian will be weak to water. Unova is also weak to ice though, so a Stunfisk from Unova will take super effective damage no matter how you slice it. They both have access to different moves, so you could potentially play around with that, but Galarian Stunfisk having access to Rock Slide can give us a bit more power against Lapras, which we're gonna need. In the case of our viewer account though, we don't need it, since Machamp will actually do more than I thought it was gonna do. I actually kinda didn't want it to go that far with it, and I recorded this battle first, and that's why later on, I show a more difficult scenario with my account, level 40, and I use the Stunfisk a little bit more. But you saw, it's just, I think even if that Machamp hadn't done so much to that Sharpedo, for example, we still would have been okay. Just having that access to Rock Slide right here is good against these Pokemon for that added damage. You can teach your Galarian Stunfisk like a second move if you wanted to go that far, I guess, and the issue here, of course, is obviously going to be Stardust, Candy, and all that, but if you did have a lot of time playing during GoFest, whether you had a ticket or not for a while, there were Unovan Stunfisks out there, so hopefully you were catching those, pineapping them. If not, just go ahead and hatch those 7k eggs, unless you're watching this during an event where 7k eggs are different, like the upcoming Dragon Week. But you can see here, essentially, you know, it would have been nice to keep our Galarian Stunfisk in there. It was about to faint, and I thought, hey, let's just go ahead and switch out. That's going to give us a little bit more time, because of course, if you are new to the Team Go Rocket battles, or if you just need to hear it again, remember that every time that you switch or they switch, it could also be by fainting, or whenever either Pokemon uses a charge move, the Team Go Rocket side, they're going to stand still for a good 3 seconds. It's a little bit more on a switch. And so that's going to buy you time that you can just simply be generating energy, and it's great. Don't use your charge move if you have it during that stagnation period, but then right when they're going to come out of it, use it. So anyway, now go ahead and see that we've got my account right here. Again, we're level 40, so the CP is going to scale up. I didn't really have any idea what the lineup was going to look like, but I knew that I just wanted to take the Lapras out while burning the shields. I think if you're going to go with Stunfisk, that's kind of like a base level thing. Now again, Stunfisk can burn those shields. Like, I think that's honestly something Stunfisk excels at, dude. It's like, with Muddy Water, you can burn those shields like absolute madness. Unova and Stunfisk could get Mud Bomb, you know, that can burn shields like crazy. The good thing about Muddy Water, while it doesn't do a lot of damage at all, it can spam, of course, but it has the debuff to it, so you can lower the opponent's attack. So just, if this was outside of the Stunfisk series, just know that Sceptile is actually a pretty damn good Pokemon to start out with right here, going up against Lapras. Now, this one is powered up a decent bit, but again, just having that spammy moveset, that's kind of always the key that I talk about here. With those charge attacks, if you can spam those, and the fast move component would be just having a fast move like Fury Cutter right here. Hits very fast, generates energy pretty quickly, so we'll go ahead and eat the charge move coming out of Lapras here, which is going to be a Blizzard, and that is going to be definitely a KO. It's obvious. But you notice what happened after that is we waited a long time before we're now going to throw in Stunfisk. The reason is, just in case you don't have a switch ready, the switch button's down at the bottom right, but just in case you didn't have that ready, go ahead and wait while that clock is counting down. So before you really switch your Pokemon in, that's a good strategy for you to just wait a little bit more time, because that is going to make that button appear. Like, it's still, I guess, counting down that cooldown for the switch. So we did move out to the Galarian Stunfisk right here. I actually could have possibly done this the opposite way. Maybe that would have been better. Just, we want to save the Galarian Stunfisk, and so instead I actually had it. Here's the thing. I should have probably put in the Unovan Stunfisk. I don't think it's ultimately going to change the outcome fully in these battles when I'm recording them, but this is just me talking like in hindsight. I know that Houndoom is going to be coming up next, as you see the Sharpedo go down there, and so Houndoom, it will take super effective damage from basically everything that our Galarian Stunfisk has. Now, if our Unovan had like Mud Bomb, Mud Shot, something like that, it'd be fine, but this Unovan Stunfisk that I've got, which we're going to go ahead and switch out to right here, it's just got Thunder Shot and Discharge. Again, I mean, if you had Muddy Water, if you had Mud Bomb, basically a lot of other moves that this Unovan Stunfisk can learn, you actually would have been just fine, you know, better off than using Discharge. But that's okay. I mean, look at this. Like, Discharge, we can fire it off so quickly. It's definitely not a horrible attack by any means either. So again, the battle's outcome is still going to end up the way that I wanted it, and we still have our Galarian Stunfisk, so it's not like it was just a move I absolutely had to make, but it's demonstrating that you can get some more of that time by utilizing the switch. Once you have it, go ahead and switch out. So again, I think this still illustrates the point, even if I didn't capture everything 100% how I would have done it in my head thinking back on it. But again, the point is, Stunfisk is amazing, you guys. I mean, look what just happened. This was absolute insanity. So forget Arceus, pray to Stunfisk. So I just want to say we are going to have another video about taking down Sierra, not Stunfisk style, so be looking out for that. I just see that a lot of people are still asking me about taking down her Lapras team, and so we still have a few more angles to cover it from, so I'll have that up hopefully soon. Otherwise, if you haven't seen it, feel free to click the end screens on screen. You could see a video to take down Sierra's back-to-back Lapras team, or you could check out the Stunfisk series, see how it does against Cliff, as well as Arlo. And so I'll catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.